Drew Brees was a 10th of a percentage point away from tying his own single-season record for completion percentage. Brees actually owns 4 of the top 5 completion percentage seasons in NFL history. Who has the other one?
Wow. Is this obvious, this one?
Let me give you a hint.
Yeah.
It came within the last 5 years.
Oh, I know.
He threw a lot of short passes.
He threw a lot of short passes. Gosh, who am I missing here? I almost wanted to say Derek Carr this year, but I'm not. I'll go with Derek Carr this year. Who is it? Who the hell is it?
Sam Bradford, 2016.
Oh, right. You're right.
When you needed 5, he'd get you 7. When you needed 10, he'd get you 7.
I forgot all about that.
Kyle Rudolph.
Somehow you remember.
It was a little handoff. It was basically a shovel pass that went beyond the line of scrimmage. It's easy to get 71.6% when you do that. I'm surprised it wasn't higher.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I totally had forgotten that until you mentioned it, obviously.
All right. I get the first pick. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe we're going to disagree. Maybe this isn't the consensus number one pick. But he's the consensus MVP. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to play great in the postseason. And here, it's important for him to play great this postseason because last year he didn't. And that was his first experience in single elimination football. And you don't want it to become a narrative. You don't want it to become 2 rough years in the postseason. Remember, last year they were 1 and done against the Chargers in the wild card round. You don't want to have that Barry Bonds vibe where, hey, you can get it done in the regular season. You can't get it done when it counts. It's critical for Lamar Jackson, and I think the Ravens know that, and I think he's going to play great. I think that's been part of his maturation process this year, that no game is too big, no game is too small, every game is the same, and we're going to see that out of him. And I think he's going to be as impactful in the postseason as he was in the regular season. And if that's the case, he's going to be the best quarterback in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hear you. I mean, to me, it was between him or the guy I'm about to pick. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, 1, he's got tremendous talent, and 2, he's on the best team, right? That's where I want to fight back against this draft a little bit and go, well, the quarterbacks I think that are going to play really good are on the really good teams too. But Patrick, yeah.
You get the text messages. You have a chance to give your input on what the segments are going to be. I don't know what you were doing last night.
I don't really get the input. I can show the history of that. I don't really get it. I say things.
No, you don't provide the input. You
gave
do have
up months
some
ago.
influence.
I gave up months ago. I've been vetoed more than I don't know, but I've been vetoed, so I just have given up on that. Patrick Mahomes will be my pick, though, okay? Yes, I mean, Patrick Mahomes – It's if you gave me one quarterback to take in all of football, right, to build my team around, I want Patrick Mahomes. And I think Patrick Mahomes understands taking care of the football. And as far as the drop back pass game goes, there's nobody that's able to create more with less when a play is not there or nobody's open or whatever it may be, let alone he does have a good coach around him and Bieniemy and Andy Reid that create, good plays for him and, of course, talent too. So I go with Patrick Mahomes as my next one. Or as my pick.
Yeah, that would have been my second pick as well. And look, here's where it gets a little bit challenging because we have to predict who's going to not be one and done, who's going to play multiple games, how well will they play in that one game. And you know what? I could play this game with you because I don't think you're going to take the guy that I'm about to take, but I don't care because I still fear the Terminator. And even with the my arm, it's broken, I still believe that Tom Brady thrives on single elimination football. And that experience, he has, how many postseason games has he played? We do this every year and I always forget. He's got like 2 seasons of postseason games.
It's 2 seasons.
Right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, and he can slide into that mindset where other guys may freak out. He relishes it. He loves it, and he knows everyone is possibly going to be his last one, and that gives him an even greater likelihood of playing well. So I think that Brady, get ready, folks. I know you're ready to move on from the Patriots and see somebody else hoist a trophy. I'm not ready to say that's going to happen. Give me Tom Brady.
It's not happening this year. I'm on the record right now, December 31st, 2019, the last day of the decade for Poindexter, okay? I am ready to say the Patriots won't go to the Super Bowl this year. But either way, I understand your pick. And because of kind of the logic you just talked about, Again, I'm going to pick a guy that I don't think is as good as a lot of the quarterbacks on this list, but I'm going to go with Drew Brees. I am. Yeah, I know it might surprise you, but the Saints are one of the best teams in football. Sean Payton's one of the best offensive play designers there is in the game. Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, they got weapons. Cameron Meredith coming on. So there's a lot of things at his disposal. Do I think he's as talented as some of the guys we haven't talked about? Absolutely not. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks we can put in New Orleans, and they would have, these kind of results too. But I think Drew Brees is smart. He's played playoff football. He's been playing well lately. I think the Saints have really hit their stride as of late, and I go with him.
I got to go with Russell Wilson next because of his history of playing well in the postseason, even in games where he doesn't play well. Remember the 4 interceptions in the first half against the Packers in the NFC Championship game 2014. Got it together, and he's a guy who appreciates those moments. He's got a nice wealth of history of single elimination football. And, look, that relies on the Seahawks being able to beat the Eagles on Sunday. And I know, Chris, I think both of us yesterday, our knee-jerk initial lean was the Eagles to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Russell Wilson, man.
You
can't go to sleep on Russell Wilson. And
right.
reality's starting to set in. And I think my lean is changing already.
Yeah.
I'm starting to, it's about back to even.
Yeah, right.
We'll see
Wilson's
where it goes
giving
from
you
here.
Nightmares, yeah.
But I think we've seen enough from Russell Wilson to know he's going to play well in the postseason.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Russell Wilson, yeah, it's just about how good he plays, and will they help him out a little bit, really? I mean, we know he's going to play good. I'm with you there. I mean, Russell Wilson's phenomenal. He's one of the best in the game. All right. Again, I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo. You're asking me what quarterbacks I think will play the best the next month. Okay, well, I'm going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. First off, I think they're going to win their divisional playoff game, whoever comes to town. I mean, as we've seen as of late, Garoppolo's stats have been through the roof. Not that I'm going to sit here again and tell you that he's better than Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or, Deshaun Watson, who we haven't picked. No, he's not as good as them. But Shanahan's an awesome game plan designer. They run the ball. They got support system. And I think there's a very good chance they end up in the Super Bowl. So, I'm going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. I expect him to kind of continue where he left off the other night.
But can't they win without him playing at a high level?
Maybe in the first round they might get away with it. But I don't think they're going to be able to win an NFC championship game or be competitive that way. He's going to have to play like he did in the Saints game or the other night in the Seahawks game to where, I think he's going to have to play pretty damn good if they want to win some of these.
Well, here's what we do is we communicate back and forth digitally as to what the topics are, what the segments are. We have a grid of the selections in every draft. It's a box. It's got lines. It looks nice. What I'm going to do after this show, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it, I'm going to print it, I'm going to laminate it, and I'm going to send it to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I knew you were going to say that.
So that Aaron Rodgers will see that you had 3 picks.
It's not about you, Aaron.
Take him.
I still love you, Aaron.
And
it's still love you.
I took him. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Would you
Chris
get it
doesn't
right?
have faith, but I do. It's my version, man.
Okay,
I'm trying
fine.
to put my own spin on it. Get off my case. Lay off me. I'm starving. All right, Aaron Rodgers.
Excuse me. Yes, it was painful to me. Trust me. I just, again, a little bit like what we've seen over the last few weeks. Again, Devontae Adams is a good receiver. He's not a great receiver. I think Aaron Jones is real good. I don't think he's great. And other than that, who else is that? Who's going to be that next guy in Green Bay to help out? I think to be a dangerous offense, you have to have legit 3 weapons. I think if you look at the really good offenses in the NFL, they have that. Rodgers doesn't have that. And I just worry about, I think he'll play good. He understands how to take care of the football. But do I think his stats and things are going to measure up to some of the guys we picked already? No, I don't. And that's kind of why, the Packers, if they win, they're going to win ugly with some great Rodgers plays splashed in there. I guess the next guy I go with.
Make your pick.
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, and I know we got no Will Fuller again, but yeah, I trust Deshaun Watson in these situations. I certainly think they're capable of beating the Buffalo Bills this week, and if they do, it'll be because he makes some amazing plays. And then, oh, wow, okay, they win, and then who knows where they go from there? Do they go to, Kansas City or Baltimore? We don't know yet, but I think he'll be dangerous for whoever he's got to play in that next round.
All right. I know there's still a competitive element to this, right? We want to win the draft. Is that fair
we'll be
to
fast,
say?
but go ahead. Yeah.
No, but I just want to establish that we're still trying to win.
Yes.
Because I'm about to win the draft. You know how I'm going to win the draft?
Why?
Taysom Hill is my next pick. Boom! You're done. Give me Taysom Hill. Look at my list, and you give me Taysom Hill, and you are cooked. Because what do we expect from Taysom Hill in the postseason? More of what we've seen all year long. And we're going to see more from Taysom Hill than we're going to see from some of these other guys, including Deshaun Watson and anybody else you pick in the next 2 rounds. Boom, roasted, I win.
What just a BS move that was. I mean,
Is he
really.
not a quarterback?
Hey,
Does he not wear number 7?
He is. I mean, you're okay. Yes, he's technically a quarterback. Yes, but if he doesn't throw a pass,
Boom, roasted.
then
he'll
you
throw
lose.
a pass.
You lose.
He'll throw a pass.
Okay.
All right.
That is some bullcrap pick there. I mean,
Who you got next?
I'm going Carson Wentz. I'm going Carson Wentz. I think even with win or loss this weekend, the play that we've seen from Carson Wentz will continue. He's just on fire. He's doing great things. I mean, making like jaw-dropping throws every week. They got nothing around him. I go Wentz.
I'm going Ryan Tannehill.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, see, you framed this all so you didn't have to pick Kirk Cousins. That's all it was all about. But I'm taking Josh Allen next. I am.
He goes on. Think about this.
Yes.
We picked 12 quarterbacks in a 12-team playoff field, and Cousins gets omitted.
He did. Well, yeah, because you're a jerk and went outside the lines. That's why he got omitted.
You can take him. You can take him right now.
Send that little laminated sheet to Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Please
up there and
do.
Go, I just crapped on my favorite team's quarterback.
I got a few other things I'd like to add to the box.
Josh Allen is who I'm taking. Okay, and
right.
I love me some Josh Allen. And they can pull that offset in Houston this week.
All right. Well, there is our list.
What a jerk.
Hey, I didn't, man. Hey, you. It started with a Vikings quarterback.
Who would you have taken, Josh Allen or Kirk Cousins?
Josh Allen.
Okay.
All right, we got to go.
See ya.
When we return, some more comments from Jarvis Landry regarding his now former head coach, plus whatever else we cram into the final few minutes of this Tuesday edition of PFT Live. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.